Welcome everyone to a new episode of Past the Six Podcast. I'm your host JB. Joining me always, the Tsunamic Wave. What's going on, my brother?
Ain't nothing chilling, man. You changing the name more to P Diddy. Now I'm playing.
I know, right? JB, J Brown, just J.
Yeah, I hope you have a good day though, man. For real though. How you feeling, man?
No doubt, man. I'm good, man. No complaints. Can't call it. Yo, if you guys don't know, this show is split into 5 parts. We start out with what games we're currently playing. Then from there, we're going to This Week in Gaming, where we briefly look back on games that dropped throughout this week in history. Then from there, we'll go into industry news. Then we'll each have a topic. Then we'll end with one gotta go or game versus. This week, I believe, is my week. And I've got that all set to go. My notes right here. So with that said, what games you currently been playing, bro?
It's been a few. I ain't gonna lie. So I haven't gotten the new season of Apex, but I was playing previously to the new season dropping. So I got to add Apex first because obviously that's like my go-to game to play. I've been playing a lot of Dying Light 2, which just came out, and I think that game is pretty dope. What other game I've been playing? Yu-Gi-Oh! We just was talking about that. Yes. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I think that's the complete name of it. It just came out. It's free. I think it's free for all platforms. I believe so. I know it's free for Xbox, but I believe it's free for all platforms. That game is a little bit more intense than I remember. It's like 10 or 12 different strategies for it. So if you into card games, go at it. But I wasn't really that into it. I do love it, but not into it enough to learn the 12 different ways. I just like playing the normal way. But that's what I've been playing.
Yeah, man. Yo, for me, the Yu-Gi-Oh game, I got into that game probably a few days ago. It's dope, man. It's like I remember, but slightly different. You know, rules have changed since I played. I think I stopped playing like 2002, 2003. So, but it was just dope to get back into it. I actually was surprised with how much stuff I actually remembered about it. And which was dope.
Yeah,
I also played some Halo. I played some MLB The Show. And I also played, I'm missing a game. I actually went back and played some of the new Pokemon Snap, which is fun. Oh, and the last game I played was Rainbow Six Extraction, which the game is still, like I said, I'm almost done with it, like the little solo whatever mode. So I am going to have the review out. I want to give the game its proper due by finishing the game before I actually, you know what I mean? Because there have been games in the past where I was like midway through, I was like, I don't know about it, but the way it ends and stuff like that, I was like, okay, it actually was a good game. But so that should be out shortly. But yo, with that said, let's go right into This Week in Gaming, man. We briefly look back on games that dropped throughout this week in history. And kicking it off, he's starting out with, man, a classic. One of my all-time favorites. We actually are talking about Mario Party. I'm sorry. Wow. I skipped one. We're talking about Mario Kart 64, which dropped 25 years ago today as we are recording this. And yo, talking about a game that
25 years ago?
Yeah. Talking about a game that is all-time classic, bro. This is a game that I don't even know what to even say about it, to be completely honest. It literally has to be on the top list of multiplayer games of all time, of course. A lot of people in colleges, when they go to see their friends, they still play it till this day. It literally took the world over by storm. It changed the way racing games were made in terms of, replayability and everything. And it's just fun, man. It's just a dope game. Like, definitely deserves a deep dive, of course. It's a classic, probably top 5 game on the N64. What's your thoughts on Mario Kart 64, bro?
Man, I love Mario Kart, man. Especially Mario Kart 64, because don't they have that battle mode where you got the balloons? And you got to pop the balloons, or am I bugging? That's not Mario 64?
Battle mode, yep. Battle mode, yep.
So, me and my cousins used to go at it in this game. You know what I'm saying? This came out 25 years ago, so I have to make sure I know what I'm talking about, even though I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because it gets fuzzy after we hit the 20-year mark. You know what I'm saying? But this is a classic. My favorite racer was Yoshi or Toad. That's still my favorite racers to this day, Yoshi and Toad. And I think this game is the reason, or this game solidified my choices for the rest of my life as far as this game go.
Yeah, yo, what's that meme? Don't tell me what's your drink or whatever. Tell me who you pick on Mario Kart 64, right?
Facts.
For me, I
need to know.
I always pick Yoshi. Always, like, I mean, and if somebody picked them, then I'll pick it like Mario or Donkey Kong or whatever. But if I got my choice, it's always Yoshi. So, but yo, let's jump into the next game. The next game we're talking about is another classic that I almost started with. We're talking about Mario Party, man. And I remember when this game first dropped. This game also dropped, I think it was 23 years ago. Yep. And man, this is another one that I felt like when I first was playing it, I was like, yo, this is different, of course, but it's so much fun. Like all these party style games, like I remember Pokemon Stadium had a mode like it where you're playing all these mini games. You can't beat it. You know what I mean? It's like the perfect multiplayer game, especially for the era with the 64. It's really nothing to even say, to be completely honest. It's just one of those dope games. What's your thoughts on Mario Party, bro?
Man, listen, Mario Party. First of all, I love the fact that they remastered this joint. It's not really I'm not gonna say it. It's kind of the same, but it's not all the way the same. But it give you the same, feel, I guess. But yeah, my character's literally like what I said in the last segment or the last one, whatever you want to call it. Yoshi is my guy, bro. So even on this, I always gotta pick Yoshi. Somebody else pick Yoshi. I gotta pick Toad. And it's because of Mario Kart 64 that I'm doing that. But I wasn't the greatest at the mini games in this joint. I'm a little bit better now. You know what I'm saying? But like when I was younger, I could not do it. Especially the one where you gotta drill around and make the shape. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm trash at that game,
or
bro.
Or move the face to make it look like the face in the middle. Like I don't know the names of the games. That's why I'm describing them. But those was like the hardest games for me to play on that joint. Like I still hate those games, and they should not have remastered those too many games.
Nah, I feel you, bro. But yo, this game is dope. That's why they ended up making 11 more.
Yeah.
But yo, with that said, let's jump into the next game. The next game we're talking about is a game that is bittersweet for me because I love the actual game. Like I have no problems with the actual game, but it's just bittersweet because to me it kind of signified the end of a franchise in terms of like the mainline games. And yeah, I know they've revived it with Sonic 06 and Colors weren't bad and the Secret Rings were okay. But in terms of just putting out hit games after hit games, this was like the end of it. Talking about Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which actually came out on the GameCube 20 years ago now, which is crazy that GameCube games are 20 years old, right? Like it's just crazy to think about. But oh man, I remember when they first played this. I remember we had the Dreamcast, then we got rid of the Dreamcast, so we got the GameCube. And this was the first time I got to play Sonic on something other than a Sega console, right? And I remember playing it and I was just like, yo, this game is so dope. A Sonic Adventure 2 for Dreamcast was dope. This kind of brought in the battle mode, multiplayer, things like that. And I thought that was dope as well. And also really, for those who have a Dreamcast, which was a lot of people who just went directly to the PS2 or they went to the Xbox or the GameCube, it kind of introduced them to Shadow because they completely missed out on Shadow, and Shadow was just a cool ass character, man.
Facts.
So what's your thoughts on Sonic Adventure 2 Battle? I still have this game, by the way. I couldn't part ways with it.
So remember when I was talking about character development, right?
Right.
In Sonic. This is a game where, like Sonic Adventure, is a game where they could have kind of branched off and used it to kind of introduce us to everybody in their world. You feel what I'm saying? Because this is kind of the game where all of these characters that's in them fighting games and in sports games that didn't do well, kind of, we kind of got introduced to them. So like, this is where they could have brought their story into it or branched off and did some type of, I forget, with it when people get their own shows, and you kind of like Knuckles got his own game and stuff like that. Yeah, could have gave the Ruby Rose character her own game and figure out, who these characters is and how they connect to Sonic World, because like where they come from. Where Sonic come from? Like, you know, it's questions like, you know, Mario got a job. He a plumber. He just keep running into bad luck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where Sonic come from? What's his story? What's you know, we get the story, but like, what's his origin? Like, what's everybody else's story? Like, I feel like this could have been a game that could have brought that to light and kind of made us relate to it more. And I think they kind of missed a shot with this, even though this was kind of the last, like you said, of the regular putouts.
Yeah. I mean, again, and I'm saying it was the end of a great run, but like it was like, let's not forget the part that it was a great run. Like they literally put out, I think this was technically the 8th game that they had, and all of them were hits. They all were critically acclaimed for the most part. So, like, I mean, it was a great run. But let's jump to the last game we're talking about. The last game we are talking about this week is a game that didn't hit on what the originals did, but it also was dope. NBA Streets. And, man, yo, specifically, NBA Streets Volume 3 was dropped 17 years ago, which, again, don't make any sense to me, if we're being completely honest.
That sounds crazy.
Like, like it's a game that, like, yo, I'm telling you, man, like I can't. Like, I remember playing Streets 1, I remember playing Streets 2, but when it came to Streets 3, I was like, okay, the game is dope. It's not as good as Streets 2. I remember it was dope because at the time it had LeBron in it, which obviously the Streets 1 and 2 did it. He wasn't even in the league yet. So it was dope to have like some of the newer guys like that rookie class, LeBron and Dwayne Wade and stuff, be in the game and Melo. But I remember being like, okay, maybe now at this point I was starting to transition more into, transition back into NBA Live, NBA 2K and games like that. But the game is fun. Like I actually still have this game. I played it for the first time in a long time, probably right before we started doing this show, and I remember playing. I'm like, okay, it wasn't as bad as I thought. You know what I mean? It's still not NBA Streets Volume 2, but it's nowhere near as bad as I thought it was, if that makes sense. So, with that said, what's your thoughts on NBA Streets Volume 3?
I'm looking at this, right, and I'm not sure if this really looked better than Volume 2. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I feel like that could have been the issue. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they went away from the arcade style and tried to make it a little bit more simulation type. Make it look more simulation type. Do that make sense?
No, yeah, it does.
You know, like it went from the kooky afros and Timberland boots and all kind of crazy, like, to everybody wearing their uniform and their sneakers, and it looked like it's trying to go into an NBA Live type of thing. This kind of where they lost me, because, you know, like I said, it kind of it went away from what I know NBA Streets to be, which is the fun playground, urban, you know, type of game. And yeah, it was cool, but it wasn't, you know, Volume 2 is the GOAT.
Oh yeah, that's a fact, bro. Like, there's not really much we can even say about it in terms of, like, it's almost like you said, it's a fact. It's like, it's the GOAT. And this kind of fell short of it, but like that doesn't mean it was trash. You know what I mean? I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It wasn't trash. I went back and played it. It's just, when you hit such a high, like Volume 2 did, there's nothing we can really do to really top that, if that makes sense.
Facts. They put themselves in a bad spot.
Word. But yo, that's all we got for this week in gaming this week. Next week, of course, we'll have some more heat to talk about. For now, let's jump into some industry news. And starting off, we're talking about It Takes Two, which, if you guys don't remember, won Game of the Year at the Game Awards. It sold 5 million copies, which was huge, being that it's now being looked at as a AAA game, but it kind of was an indie game, you know what I mean? Because like the studio that made it wasn't really, you know what I mean? It's not a popular studio or anything like that. So it's just one of the things that's dope, man, because to see, we're not talking about an Activision, we're not talking about an Insomniac, we're not talking about Capcom or Respawn, EA. We're talking about a small team of individuals really headed by one person who built not only a game that won Game of the Year, but it sold 5 million copies. Like, And I know we have games like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe that sold 30 million copies and things like that. But most games sell between, the most successful games sell between 1 million and 3 million. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So for It Takes Two to sell 5 million copies, that's a big deal, man. Like, that's a huge deal. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I have still haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
But it's obviously a decent game for it to win Game of the Year, I think.
Right.
Small games that put in the effort that It Takes Two obviously had to put in for their game to look the way it looked. Because like I said, I haven't played it, but I saw it look great.
Right.
And you could I didn't know it was a small studio game. It looked like a big studio game. Like, it looked really good for it to be small. Usually when you hear small studios, you get like the 2D side to side swiper games, you know what I'm saying? That you know is normal. But this is kind of dope. It put the pressure on other small studios, because you could put quality games out like this, then you shouldn't be putting out them 2D games. But I get it. You make what you like. But
that was my exact thoughts, to be honest. It was like, uh-oh. You know what I mean? Like, here we go. Because, like, just like you said, the pressure's on now, because it's like, you too can have Game of the Year. You too can sell well, not just, sell 900,000 copies, which is nothing to sneeze at, but it just shows that if the game is good, the word's going to get out there and people are going to play it, right?
Absolutely.
So the next piece of news we got, going from a very small studio to a large one, Pokemon Legends Arceus sold 6 million copies already. Now, I'm not bringing this up to kind of jump over what It Takes Two did, because now we're talking about going from small independent to juggernaut, right? Pokemon's a juggernaut brand. Anything they sell is going to take off. It's going to be huge. It's going to be like gigantic. But the fact that it sold 6 million copies, and I think at the time when that number came out, it hasn't even been a week yet. You see what I'm saying?
Pokemon. It was an episode where I was saying how everybody loved Pokemon, and that's Pokemon and Mario. Like, they not going nowhere.
Yeah, it's a fact, because it's crazy. Because like, now, if you guys don't know, it's not a mainline Pokemon game. It kind of branched off. Some are saying it's like Breath of the Wild, and I get it, because it's open world, everything. But I know a lot of people who are used to the RPG format kind of don't like it. But now I've been seeing them have a change of heart as they're digging more and more into it, because they're kind of starting to be like, okay, I understand it's not what I like. They're still going to make those type of games that I like. However, this game is extra dope. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things that it's like, yo, I can't wait to see what's going on. But a lot of people are now starting to accept the game for what it is. They're starting to play it, dig into it. Even now, some of those people are calling for this to become the mainline games and the RPG to take the back seat. So I'm like, yo, what's your thoughts that it's sold 6 million? It might go on to be one of those games that 12, 13, 15 million games, which is like a short list. I think there's only been like 25 games that have sold over 15 million copies. This seems to be on its way.
Well, I think the game looks pretty incredible. I've been watching the streamer, I forget his name, Adrenaline, I believe it is, on Facebook Gaming. I forget his name exactly, but once I remember it, I'll make sure I shout him out next week. But because I've been kind of following him through his Pokemon journey and just trying to figure out if I want to purchase the game myself, because I am one of those RPG Pokemon type guys. But that do get easy and old fast. So this is a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? I think they should continue to make their games like this. This is more like what an actual Pokemon universe will look like. You're not going to be walking through the grass while the thing is up top of your head. Nah, you're going to be running around, seeing all the Pokemon out there, and you could decide to run around them. How are you going to interact with them? I think that it's really dope. It gives you more options. You don't have to just get repels to make sure you don't get caught up in a battle, because you can see it in your face. You just walk around, you could run around them joints. You know what I'm saying? But you also don't got to sit there and run in a circle for 2 minutes to try to get a battle too. So it works both ways, because you can see them. You could just run up to them and start the battle. You know what I'm saying? Throw a Pokemon ball at them, get their attention, and you start fighting. You know what I'm saying? So the game is dope. I can see how hardcore RPG dudes can change their mind off of it because it kind of give you that RPG kind of feel when you get into those interactions, but you still have the Breath of the Wild type feel where it's just open world, a lot of things to do, a lot of things to see. That game is beautiful, man. If you got the money and you got the time, go purchase that and have a great time.
100%, man. And like I said, I didn't buy it yet. I did play it. Luckily, I had a friend who had it. I just happened to be at the crib. I didn't even know he had it. And I was playing it. And I was like, yo, it's addicting. You know what I mean? Because it's new, right? So when you start playing it, you're like, okay, I can do it. Oh, okay. I looked up. 2 hours passed by. Like, I'm chatting with him by the same time, but I'm like, I don't remember anything we talked about, man. Like the game, like it brought me in. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's a dope game. So I'm definitely going to buy it. I try not to buy games at the same time because then I'm like, what's going to get played? What's not going to get played? So I try to hold one off, which based on the way games are dropping out, it's like heat week after week after week. It's just more heat dropping that it's going to be tough to try to fit all these games in, but we'll find a way to make it work, right? Like it's good problems to have, but
not complaining.
Yo, that's all we got for industry news. Let's jump into topics, and I'll start first. Grand Theft Auto 6 is officially confirmed, man. Like, literally officially now. Like, I know we talked about it around the time that... around the time that they did the trilogy, which actually, again, it sold like 12 million copies. Like, stop buying these old... I don't care if it's Grand Theft Auto 3, 1, 2, 5, 4, whatever. Stop buying it, man, because now they're talking about they're going to release Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Series X and PS5, which we knew. And then they talk about they might even drop new DLC for it. I'm like, no. Just release that because you already said it was coming. Everything else now, Grand Theft Auto 6. No more DLC, Grand Theft Auto 6. But they did announce it that development has begun, which I'm a little upset.
It just now started?
Yes.
What? That's the announcement?
Yo, I'm telling you, I was reading it, right? And I was hyped because I kept seeing Grand Theft Auto 6 trending. Grand Theft Auto 6 trending. Grand Theft Auto 6 trending. And I'm like, oh, they must have dropped a trailer. They must have dropped some screenshots or something. I saw the tweet from Rockstar by itself, directly from Rockstar saying, development on Grand Theft Auto 6 has begun.
I lost my mind.
Bro, I was like...
highly disappointed.
You didn't do nothing yet? like what? Like you didn't do nothing yet? Like you literally didn't even start development on the game yet. Yo, all this time.
Real talk, now I know how my aunt feel when I ain't take the chicken out the freezer before she got home from work.
Like you were home all day. You didn't take the chicken out. Like yo, I literally lost my mind. I'm like, wait. What? I read the tweet probably like 6-7 times in a row, bro. Real talk. I was like, no, crazy, this can't be real. Bro. You know what I mean? I was like, this can't be real. But it was. It was completely real.
Yo, why they playing with our emotions for?
Bro, I don't understand. I was like, yo, there's no way they doing this to me. And but they did. However, so if you're hype, if you wondering if Grand Theft Auto 6 is real, yes, it is real, guys, and it is coming. So it's not like one of those games that are in Wishland. It's coming, but now I see why I see why they're saying 2024, 2025 because they got to make the game now. You know what I mean? Bro. Which begs the question: what have you been doing?
Can we get a crunch culture pass just this time for them? Put them under the crunch culture for what? For one more, for a couple months. Let them make Grand Theft Auto 6 in a year or something.
Is it crunch culture? I felt like they've been chilling for a while now. I'm joking.
Yeah, did they ever go through that? I don't know if they was affected by the crunch culture because they just don't put shit out until they feel like it. Like they've been sitting on GTA 6 for 10 years. Grand Theft Auto 5 is 10 years old. They talking about putting it on the Series S. No, that joint older than my daughter, son. That don't make no sense.
Yo, I'm gonna say it. It better be hot. It better be hot.
Bro, that joint is the same age as the Xbox One.
Yes, literally, yeah.
Like the same age. Might be a little older. It released
on the 360 as well, yeah.
It might be a little older. How that shit older than the system? Are y'all serious right now? Like, yo, how is it older than the system? That shit is crazy. Just thinking about a game is older than the whole system, and you talking about y'all just starting it,
bro.
I feel like a grandparent right now that's just putting the pressure on the kids that have a baby. Like, hurry the hell! What are y'all doing? I need me to come set fire to all the rubbers in the crib or something. Nah, man, get it moving.
Yo, like everyone was hyped, right? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, and then somebody was like, am I gonna be the one to say it? And me and him just started laughing. I was like, yeah, bro. Like we start going in on Twitter. It was like, yo, no, like this ain't a time to rejoice. This is a time to be like, yo,
the news we
what's been going on? Like,
what are y'all doing?
Right. But yeah, yo, that's my topic. Grand Theft Auto 6 is officially underway.
You don't get no more topics for 3 weeks after that shit. We don't want to. That was some bullshit. Yeah.
Oh, yo. What's your topic,
I got
bro?
some good news though, okay? Straight from Nintendo Direct. Mario Kart is dropping a new DLC. It's gonna have 48 new courses. And I think that is super crazy because they doing the same thing as Grand Theft Auto 6. I don't know if this is good news.
Literally.
I just wanted to make it seem like good news. Everybody, the same topic is that Mario Kart is really literally copied off of Grand Theft Auto 5. So we probably won't see Mario Kart 9 for another 10, for at least, how long Mario Kart 8 been out?
Like 2014, 2015, I think.
For like 6 years, six years maybe.
So like, hold on, let me see.
So y'all got another 4 more years before they even start developing
2014.
9. So let me ask you this, Jay: will those 48 courses hold you over for 4 more years?
Absolutely not. So, okay, so I watched the Direct and I was hyped for it, like in terms of the entire Direct and everything. And when they said some updated news on Mario Kart, I thought he said some new news on a new Mario Kart. And I was like, oh, they about to talk about Mario Kart 9. So when I saw it, I was like, okay, DLC coming to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I rolled my eyes, right? And I was like, all right, whatever. But when they said 48 new courses, okay, they're not new courses in turn. Well, some of them are, I think, but they're not all new courses. A lot of them are remastered courses from Mario Kart 64 or Super Mario Kart or Double Dash or Mario Kart Wii, right? Which a lot of people have been asking for. So it's not like one of those situations like who asked for this. A lot of people did.
Yeah, just like Grand Theft Auto dropped slick. GTA 1, 2,
right.
3, and Vice City remastered.
It's kind of slick though because a lot of people asked for it.
Yeah,
in Mario Kart 9. They asked for it to be included in Mario Kart 9. They didn't ask for this to be in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, right?
Like what they doing?
Look, man, some of my favorite courses from Mario Kart 64 are going to be in it. Like I saw the Choco Mountain from Mario Kart 64. I saw Island Delphine from Mario Kart Double Dash, and I think that's dope. It's dope that's going to be in it. I think it's going to be fun. It probably will even get me to play the game because I haven't played Mario Kart 8 in a while, right? So it probably will get me to turn the game on again and everything, but is this going to satisfy it till Mario Kart 9? Which, based on what Rockstar did, I'm going to assume Mario Kart 9 hasn't even begun yet. Now that we find out that these games they haven't even started. No, I don't think Mario Kart 9 is coming anytime soon now, to be completely honest. I remember on this show, I said, it got to be coming either this year or next year. Now, all that goes away. Based on what Rockstar just did, and then Nintendo now talking about they dropping 48 new courses in waves. I was like, man, you could take this shit and shove it, right? The only thing that kind of brought me back was like, okay, I will play it, is the fact that I already have the expansion pack for Switch Online. You already
dropped the brand.
And it's no additional cost. If it was additional cost, I wouldn't buy it, right? But because I already have the expansion pack, I am going to play it because it's free. To me, at least, because I already have the expansion pack. So I am going to play it, but it's not going to satisfy any type of like, oh, I've been waiting on this. It's not going to do anything.
How many years until you feel the same way about this that you do about GTA 5?
I was getting years? There. Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you don't hear anything about Mario Kart 9 by January 1st, 2023, and now we talking about months away now, right? I'm gonna be upset because again, we're approaching that 10-year window now. Literally, the game came out in 2014. It's 2022. You do the math, right?
Yeah.
But yo, that's all we got for topics this week. As you see, we're a little hot right now.
My face is red as a motherfucker. I look like an apple.
Right. But with that said, let's jump into One Gotta Go or Game Versus. This week is my week, so let's get right into it. So I have 4 games, right? And I want you to rank them. These are games that are yet to come out. But I want you to rank them in terms of how hype are you to play it, right?
Okay, that makes sense.
So 1 to 4, 1 being, of course, you're the most hyped to play it. Number 4 is the new God of War. I don't know if it's going to drop this year. It might drop early next year, but we know it's coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
The new God of War. Number 3 is MLB The Show 22. We know that's coming literally in a few months. Number 3
that's right here.
Will be Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, which we know is coming in November.
Okay.
And number 1 would be, oh my God, I literally had a list. Hold on. I just want to make sure, because I have 5 games on there, but I crossed one off. I just want to make sure I got the right one. Literally, because I was I was going back and forth. I want to rank 5 of them. Yep. So number 1 would be the Warzone 2, which is coming in February of next year.
So Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2?
Yeah.
All right, so the game I'm least hyped to play is Modern Warfare 2. Because like, how many times they gonna bring that out? Like, what the hell? I'm tired of playing that. I ain't gonna lie.
I agree.
For number 3, I'm gonna put Warzone because they haven't really fixed nothing in the first. Like, it's still tons of stuff that's wrong with the first one. And
do you think they're trying to hold it until the next one? Like, hold the changes?
I mean, they supposed to change a lot of stuff with the last season. When they changed the map, it was supposed to be an anti-cheat. The anti-cheat barely working. Now the anti-cheat is affecting players that don't cheat. So, like, I don't know what they're going to do with this next one. I'm not really hyped for that. I'll play that by ear. I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay.
What was the other 2?
So the other 2 was MLB The Show 22, which dropped in a few months, 2 months now. And the new God of War.
All right, so the next one would be God of War, and the reason why I put God of War there is because I haven't played the one before that. Because I didn't play it for the PS4, and I don't have the PS5. So that would be second. But like, I'd probably say 1A, 1B with these 2. But MLB The Show, obviously, it's a new franchise coming to Xbox. The first time we got to play was the 2022, and 2022 is absolutely gorgeous, straight dope, make you feel like you actually a baseball player. Right. So I have to say that that's the one I'm the most hyped for. But like I said, it's interchangeable with God of War because I could possibly run into a PS5 before it come out, and then that would skyrocket my interest in those type of games. You know what I'm saying? But I don't, you get it. That's on you, Jay.
For me, I mean, it's tough because now I just real quick before I go. The only reason why I didn't say anything about the 5th one is because at least those 4, like Warzone 2, we know what that's going to be, at least in concept, right? We know what's going to happen with it. The new Call of Duty we know is based off Modern Warfare 2. You can play the original Warfare 2, or you can play the remake of Warfare 1, and then we can just see what that's kind of going to be like. MLB The Show news on that is already out. The 5th one was going to be Spider-Man 2, which is going to drop hopefully next year on the PlayStation 5, if not the year after. But I scrapped that because we haven't really seen much about it yet. You know what I mean? We just know it might have something to do with Venom. But for me,
that sound hard. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it does. So I expect that to be one of the questions. Yeah,
that might have took the cake for me.
Right. All right. So for me, number 4 would probably be Warzone 2. Although I am hyped for that game. I'm hyped for Warzone 2 because I feel like now they're in the zone where they're like Do we change stuff in Warzone 1 or do we just wait now? You know what I mean? So that's one. So that's 4. Number 3 would probably be God of War, only because I don't have a PS5 yet. You know what I mean? So like, and I've actively been trying to hunt one down. It's not like I haven't been trying. So now I'm starting to be like, damn, man, am I even going to have one by the time the game comes out? But I'm stupid hyped for that game. I've been waiting since the PS4 one. Number 2 would be Modern Warfare 2, only because that was my favorite COD game. So hopefully they can kind of duplicate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will say, and the reason why I have that over the Warzone is because if that game is dope, I probably won't even care about Warzone because I can play the multiplayer and stuff like that. It's
going to be the same game. It's just going to look better.
I'm cool with it. I'm not gonna lie.
I know that's your favorite one. So yeah, I would cop my favorite one too.
And number 1 for me is actually MLB The Show 22. Now, I have seen some folks on Twitter get upset because they're like, is this going to be the same game? And I'm kind of like, okay, well, let's not act like 21 wasn't hot, though. You know what I mean? I mean, of course,
let's also act like it's not based. What do they want to be different? Like, what is the problem? What was so wrong with this one? I'm confused.
The only thing they said was new improved modes like Road to the Show. They're going to improve on that. They're going to improve on the March to October mode. They're going to improve. The graphics are supposed to be a little better. More, what do you call it? The presentation, like the way the actual games play are going to be a little better. And like more broadcasting lines to make it more realistic. It's a sports game. That's really all you want to see improve. You know what I mean? They ain't going to redo all the character models. They ain't going to redo the stadiums. A lot of it's going to be small things like that, which I'm actually hyped for. Shohei Ohtani is on the cover, which he deserves. He was a monster all last year. You know what I mean? I think it's dope that it's coming to the Switch and it's cross-platform.
Yeah,
so if you got somebody
if
you got a friend who's on the Switch, you could play against them. It'd be dope to play a baseball game. It'd be dope to play a baseball game on the Switch because it's handheld. Imagine being able to walk around your house playing Road to the Show, right? Like, because it's handheld.
Yeah, that's
like
hard.
I think that's dope. Now, I'm probably going to get it for my Xbox just because it's on Game Pass, to be honest. But I might have gotten it for the Switch if I didn't, you know what I mean? If I was going to have to pay full price. So I'm hyped for that game. I can't wait. It drops April 1st. No, that's if you buy the MVP edition. So it drops April 5th. But so that's the game I'm most hyped for.
They bring that MVP edition to Game Pass.
Yeah, right. They never. They're like, man, you better be glad you got the game at all.
Hey, we're gonna take the show off that for that.
Right.
Now pay $59.99. I'm about to say $5.99. I'll pay $59.99. No, it's $79.99 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about.
Sony in the background,
sorry.
like, yeah, I better hope y'all still got it next year. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Don't do that.
Like they're like, you lucky. They said we can keep COD. Mm-hmm. We coming for that Starfield too.
Sheesh.
Oh man, but yo, that's all we got for this week's show, guys. Appreciate all the support, man. It really helps. Love to chop it up with you guys as always on Facebook and Instagram and all the other platforms. Remember, if you need to find the show or anywhere, PastThe6pod.com. That's where you can get to anything we got. You can get to it from there. Be on the look out for the Rainbow Six Extraction review. I'm slated to finish the game like either today or tomorrow, so it'll be out right about that. I've been like writing the review as I go, just to make sure I don't leave any of the highs or the lows out. So with that said, thank you for the support. See you guys next week. I'm Jay Brown, Tsunamic Wave. Take it away.
Hey, yo, thanks for the support. I'm working on a Dying Light 2 review right now.
Sir.
As you know, I've mentioned that I'm running through it with my homies. We doing a lot of bull crap, though, at the beginning because that's the kind of game it is. I'm going to explain that in a review. But once we get to the nuts and bolts of it and finish it out, we're going to drop that. So give me about 2 weeks and it should be out on the site. Thank you for the support. Next week is my birthday. Our episode will be out on that day. So on our next episode, our 3rd episode will be out on my birthday. So that'll be a special episode for me. And I know that'll be a special episode for my boy too, in celebration of
no
me.
Doubt.
That sounded crazy because I'm not conceited.
Like it's my birthday. It's gonna be a special day for me, and I know it's gonna be a special day for you.
We're not celebrating. It's gonna be a regular show. You know what I'm saying? I'm just whatever.
Right.
Appreciate y'all for the support. Like Jay said, go to that website, press any button you like, read anything you want. It's all there for you and your enjoyment, and we just want to improve. Peace and love.
We out. Peace.